Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright. I'm just continuing on with this recording session. So, yeah, last time we left off, we kind of just did what we could with this case. Basically, we just found out about a DL6 incident, that's what I'll say. And the DL6 incident is kinda Edgeworth's past. So, this is gonna be quite a damage, you know. Okay, defense is ready. Very well. Apparently, the prosecution is due. Very well. No public statements. So, or Mr. von Karma, what is the meaning of that statement? Bah, Mr. Question everything. This will be over in 3 minutes. Waste no time. I'll call you my witness. Call my witness, my sister stand. Witness, state your profession. I am proprietor of the restaurant at the Red Mule at Good Lake. And I also rent boats. Night of incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was there. Please testify. Wait a second. Still haven't heard who this old guy is. Raise an objection, obviously. Why not? Raise an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Okay. Okay. I'm back. So I just had to do some stuff. What do you mean? Memory. Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond several years. He cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say. Yes, but the incident is still his question is 3 days. He can testify. Let's hear the testimony. Shall we, witness? It was the night of 24th, just after. It is this restaurant. Well, I've heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat floating. And I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat came back to the shore, and a man walks. Who's that man? I wonder who that man is. So. There is nothing to question in my witness testimony. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before the code 3 minutes are up. Cross-examine. What he's saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Excuse me, Mr. von Karma? Well, then let's take our time. 3 minutes just passed. Jeez. It was a night of murder. I think that the last statement kind of got me, because he said the man was on a boat. So I'm kind of gonna just press him on that, but I'm not gonna present anything. By a window? Yep, bye bye. Right outside the middle of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right in front of me, so. I have a bad feeling about this. That man, the defendant, he was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw is Miles Edgeworth? Okay. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. We lure him into cross-examine me so he could set me up. Okay, Nick. I don't like things that are going. Everyone in the courtroom is playing. This trial is gonna be over. Raise an objection. Your Honor, you proved in yesterday's court that it could have not been Miles Edgeworth who fired that gun. Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? Exactly. That is easy. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in his thoughts. What should I do? Raise an objection again. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, in court of law, the evidence tells all. You have yet to realize even this fact. You should say this testimony is a lie. Show us proof. Do you have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. Isn't bad. This may be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave their stand. This court sees no reason for further prolonging. Okay. Okay. That is what? Who was that just now? Huh? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday, but today I just remembered it. The gunshot, I heard it too. What is the beating? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyway, I can't just sit here and let you call me. It's not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. The trial is over. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make things up even worse. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to let him speak. Right here and right now. Allow me to speak my opinion. It is our duty to prevent any inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been done, every witness should be heard. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. von Karma, order you to call this new witness to testify. The court will adjourn for 5 minutes in recess. The court is adjourned. Larry saves the day. Okay. District. Okay. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of the seat, little Edgeworth. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. Oh, what will Larry plans to say after? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. And he found a balloon at the air tank that night. Hey, Edgeworth. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've meant to ask you. Why are your fingerprints on a murder weapon? When we fell into the lake, I went into daze. I couldn't understand what happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw a pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have any reason, really. I see. Right? This might be our chance. Chance? There's only a ever run into a perfect trial. Perfect trial? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever dealt with on something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify on the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make milk this one of all worth. Everything depends on Larry now. Larry's being a hero. Hopefully he is capable of being a hero. Hopefully. I am hoping. Court is back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but your last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prepare his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is being right about this being a big break. Night of murder. That night I was out in the boat of lake. I was looking, they found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop. Then as I was thinking, I heard a bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. That's unusually vague testimony, even for this code. Any matter, Mr. White, you may begin your cost. Ah! I'm a little scared. Well, we have to come this far. There's no way. The last statement, night of murder, last statement. That night I was out on the boat. I was looking. Okay. I quickly slipped. That's it. Where did the sound come from? Because everybody's testimony says that it's one bang, and his testimony says that it was just a single bang. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked over at the lake and then wait. I think so. I may be capable of getting this one done, right? Oh, there it is. Load as description. Two sounds. What? What do you think of the witness's statement? Clearly contract. I thought. Jeez. Wait, what? No? Really? It has to be Laura's description has to be somewhat. I would think. Oh, I had a single song. Okay, here. Okay, this is where it would go. Present that. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Loda heard testified yesterday that she heard two bangs, and Ulman just now said the same thing. They both heard two bangs, gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what you said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff. Mr. Butts, what? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could they not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. On my headphones. What? This is just... Mr. Butts, you're listening to radio on earphones? Yeah, so what? Not a crime. I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor this shoddy statement. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Well then, Miss, please give your testimony. Be sure to include detail about your radio. Right, leave it to me. Ah, jeez. Larry. It's lonely being in Christmas Eve. Okay, I'm not sure I heard a gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. I heard it too.
You're listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? In this free country? Larry has no idea what the problem is here. Judge, can you believe what the witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe. That's testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An answer. The guy who plays things on radio. Anyway. Just still disc jockey. That's all you need to say. That's the DJ's full form. The DJ only talks between songs. So the gunshot he might have heard was late. I'd like to cross-examine your witness. Very well. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Larry's head. That's why I heard listening to the radio. I was listening to it real boom loud. But I'm sure I heard a gunshot. I remember what exactly DJ said. I've heard. But there's one. I've got to press until we get to the bottom of this. Most of the probable things are that I already know what they're saying, but what the DJ said would be quite interesting to see. What did he say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good would the radio DJ said to do us? That's a point. I'll allow the question only if it sees some reason we should care. We should care. Sure. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should care. Well, how do you know if you don't ask him, huh? Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to court. What was the radio announcer say? After midnight. Present that shit. Larry, are you absolutely correct? You're saying is correct. What you're saying is correct. If you're trying to scare me, better not. No, I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what you just witness said? He just said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas" when he heard the gunshot. Almost Christmas, which means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be a case, yes. But that contradicts two testimonies we have heard so far. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshot, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order. What does this mean? The two private witnesses heard gunshot after midnight? This witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim? He heard before shots. Larry's right. I believe Larry's right. He heard a gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me the evidence. Sure. Actually, wait. Something. There you go. Yeah, I almost actually had I forgot that I had the photo. Timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50. But there is nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown on the photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response of loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve. It would seem that case. Where does this lead us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is the fact the camera also triggered for 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two gunshots. I don't know how to speak. Why would there be that? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. No, the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. What a witness would have sneezed trigger in the camera? Hey, my nose was clear. No, wait, Mr. Wright. Wait. There's no. Can you prove the last? Yes, I can. Please show us if you have any evidence. It has to be the Lotus camera, right? That's not the one. That's not the one. Let's see. Or that's not the one. That's the camera, right? Mr. Wright, is that smirk I see? Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't really sure about the evidence. God damn it! Frick! Okay, let's see. Oh, wait. The murder weapon fired 3 times, appears. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Now I've realized that third shot was the shot Larry heard before midnight. Order. That would make sense of the evidence you've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what happened that night on the lake. If this is true, then there should be 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another one 15 minutes after midnight. Why ask you why? I better think something quickly. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? I remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course. The murder in this case has the same idea as the murder in the case. What do you mean, Maya? If we don't figure this out, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Huh? I mean, is this safe? We have already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. And let me do if anything sounds fishy. Your Honor, the testimony just now has just cleared up an entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you have finally realized the truth? There can be no other murderer than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Miss von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it was Edgeworth who was shooting. Listen, rookie, take a deep breath and consider the facts. At that time, the murder of one boat was on a lake. This is shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Henman. The guilty party has to be the other man. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibilities. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean? We have photographic evidence of the time of shooting. The timestamp on the photo is 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes ago. Robert Henneman was killed 25 minutes ago. You can be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who was sitting in the boat. Who this is sitting on this boat? Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Heyman, he assumed the guise of Mr. Heyman and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to take the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. Robert Heyman called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Heyman's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Heyman's place. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous. Tell us the name of the murderer then. Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Heyman, caretaker of the boat shop. What did he do? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go to all this way out on the lake? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not in the boat? Well, then where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Okay, so if I'm correct, Loda is over there. So if it's Loda, that means that her position is over there. Larry was near the, what's it called? 11:50. Larry is over there. So the real murder has to take place somewhere over here near the caretaker's place. There you go. Of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim and Anita. Do you have proof the boat shop? Recall Larry's statement, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then he starts to head home before he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing a headphone at that time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Goat Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? But I think if I start from the very beginning, I think it's so I might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Raymond Ho at his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot Larry heard of. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Heyman's costume. He became Robert Heyman. That he got into a boat with Edgeworth and went out to the middle of the lake. Who fired the pistol on Mr. Wright? Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? That would be Miles Edgeworth, right? It is Miles Edgeworth. Nick, how could that be? Wasn't the old man holding a pistol? Ah, yeah, good thing. That's easy, Nick. What I was worried is what you're thinking. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Notice, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer shot twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires a one shot, then ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly after hearing the first shot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps in the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. But the murderer didn't know of the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, drawing the attention of the boat. Once you realize that everything else falls into place, the boat caretaker swam back. Then he put Mr. Heyman's wet coat on the body and threw the body in the lower lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are events that transpired that night on the Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out a witness before the boat shop caretaker quickly. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense said, yes. Well, why did you go out to the lake at that night? What Wright has said was more correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed by Robert Heyman. He asked me to come to the boat by the lake at midnight on Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. The witness has disappeared. He isn't on the boat shop either. What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying I cannot declare a verdict under this circumstance until tomorrow, final day allowed. I request the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. I understood. One more time. Just who is that boat shopkeeper? I think his identity is very important to this trial. Very well. Court is adjourned. Okay. Unexpected events have occurred. Okay. I just went with my instinct and whatever I thought would have been right in that situation I did. Okay. What up, Larry? There's something else. Even one comma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Rather really helped us out. Sure, once I sniffed through this unique testimony, still he excels. I just want to wish our case weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our client. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's troubling me for a while. I don't know whether to tell you or not. Edgeworth? Now there is so little time left. I want to tell you to get off of my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of murder. Okay. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna complete this case anyways. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode and I'll continue on complete this case because I want to complete it, you know?